The night was thick, not just dark, but alive, heavy with the weight of something unseen. A warm wind whispered through the jungle canopy, carrying the scent of rain and blood, and every living creature seemed to sense that something unnatural was awake. In the farthest reaches of the Amazon basin, far from maps and civilization, an old terror had returned. It wasn't a human. It wasn't a beast. It was the predator, a ghost from the stars, a perfect hunter whose kind had watched humanity evolve, waiting for the day mankind might be worthy of the hunt again. And now, in a world pulsing with satellites, drones, and digital eyes, the predator had come to test a new era of prey. Ayaan was the last person to believe in legends. A former Special Forces operative turned environmental ranger, he came to this jungle to escape ghosts of war, men he'd lost, lives he'd taken, promises he'd broken. He wanted silence, peace, and the slow rhythm of nature to heal the chaos inside him. But peace died the day he found a wild jaguar torn apart by something that left no tracks, no scent, just scorch marks and blood turned to dust. Within days, satellite scanners detected shifting heat signatures moving too fast, too intelligent to be animals. Ayaan knew the signs of a hunt long before he saw the first body. He built a small team, Mira, a fearless biologist obsessed with decoding the link between biology and AI, Javier, a rogue hacker who could turn any system inside out, and Bilal, a sharp-eyed drone pilot who'd been expelled from the military for disobeying orders. Together, they ventured into the jungle's heart to uncover what was killing the local tribesmen. The deeper they went, the quieter the world became, as if even nature feared what was hiding among the trees. Then came the first encounter. A sudden shimmer in the rain. A sound low, clicking, metallic, echoing from nowhere and everywhere at once. The jungle came alive with fear. Bilal's drone picked up a moving figure, invisible to the eye but glowing on infrared, leaping between trees faster than gravity allowed. The drone feed cut to static. Then screams. When they reached the crash site, there was no body, only armor fragments that looked both alien and engineered, humming with energy. That's when Ayaan whispered, "It's hunting us." From that moment, the jungle became a war zone. Every rustle in the leaves, every drop of rain felt like a countdown. The predator toyed with them, mimicking their voices, replaying recorded cries to lure them into traps. Mira discovered strange patterns burned into tree bark, a language, a code, as if the creature was recording their strategies. Javier, desperate, hacked into military satellites to find its movement pattern. But the predator was smarter than any system, it used their own tech against them, feeding false heat trails, tricking drones into attacking each other. The forest wasn't just a battleground, it was a living maze, reprogrammed by an alien mind. By the third night, exhaustion turned to terror. One by one, they were hunted. Bilal vanished after chasing a signal deep into the marsh. His radio crackled once, then went silent. Mira found his camera hours later. The last footage showed a flash of light, a roar, and something massive dragging him into the shadows. When Ayaan watched it, he didn't speak for a long time. He just loaded his weapon and whispered, "This ends tonight." As the storm rolled in, lightning split the sky and thunder crashed like artillery. Ayaan rigged heat decoys across the clearing, set up EMP charges, and built a neural jammer to distort thermal imaging. He wasn't running anymore, he was hunting back. When the predator arrived, cloaked and silent, it walked straight into the trap. The EMP flared, tearing its invisibility apart in a burst of blue fire. For the first time, Ayaan saw it tall, armored, with eyes that glowed like molten metal and mandibles twitching with hunger. It moved like a living weapon, every muscle made for killing. They fought in the storm, man against monster, instinct against evolution. Plasma bolts scorched the ground, Ayaan's traps exploded in flashes of light, and rain hissed against burning soil. The predator was faster, stronger, but Ayaan had rage, the kind that doesn't die. He grabbed a broken EMP core and jammed it into the predator's chest plate, detonating it point blank. The explosion sent both flying backward, the world dissolving into thunder and flame. When Ayaan woke, the jungle was silent again. Smoke drifted through the trees. He was bleeding, barely alive, but the creature was gone. No body, no trace, just a faint shimmer in the rain, like the air itself was watching him. He looked up, breathing hard, whispering to the shadows, "If you're still out there, come for me." Above the jungle, in the cold void of the night sky, a red signal blinked in the darkness, a message traveling across galaxies. The hunt wasn't over. It had only just begun. Months had passed since the jungle burned, but the memory never left Ayaan: the flash of plasma light, the roar that wasn't human, the shimmer in the rain that still haunted his dreams. He returned home a broken man, carrying scars no doctor could see and a secret no one would believe. Governments dismissed his report as delusion. The jungle was declared a restricted zone, environmentally hazardous. But Ayaan knew the truth: the predator wasn't dead. It had vanished, adapting, waiting. Meanwhile, strange events began to ripple across the globe. Soldiers found skinned in black ops zones, satellites catching distorted signals from the upper atmosphere, and laboratories raided by unknown forces. Somewhere, something was preparing for war. When Ayaan received an encrypted message marked only with the phrase "it's back," his pulse froze. The sender was Mira, the biologist who had survived the jungle but disappeared after the explosion. She sent coordinates: Neo Mumbai, a futuristic megacity built on steel, neon, and silence. It was the perfect hunting ground. The city's skyline glowed under endless rain. Drones patrolled the skies, holographic ads flickered across towers, and humans had become data: faces scanned, emotions logged, movements tracked. But something was corrupting the system. Surveillance feeds glitched, power grids failed, and entire districts went dark, always near military research zones. When Ayaan arrived, Mira revealed the truth: fragments of the predator's tech had been stolen by Black Spear Industries, a covert weapons corporation. They reverse-engineered the alien systems and accidentally sent a signal into deep space. That signal had been answered. A new ship had entered Earth's orbit. And it wasn't just one predator this time, it was a pack. Ayaan and Mira formed a covert unit: old soldiers, hackers, rogue scientists, to stop Black Spear's experiment before it tore the planet apart. Inside the company's underground labs, they found nightmare blueprints, cybernetic hybrids, human DNA fused with predator tech, and test subjects wired to alien armor. The experiment was codenamed Project Hunter X, the government's secret attempt to create controllable super soldiers. But when the real predators arrived, control was no longer an option. The city descended into chaos. Plasma fire erupted in the streets, drones exploded in midair, and skyscrapers turned into burning towers of glass. Amid the carnage, Ayaan saw one of them, larger, stronger, armored with living metal that pulsed with red energy. This wasn't the same creature from the jungle. It was an alpha, evolved for urban warfare, using the city's tech against itself. It hacked surveillance systems, cloaked through thermal cameras, and hunted its prey through reflections in neon windows. The war turned digital and physical all at once. Java, resurrected from the dead with neural implants, hacked the predator's frequency, creating a brief window where Ayaan could track its location. The Alpha was moving toward the central power core beneath the city, a reactor that could level half the continent if breached. Ayaan and Mira followed it into the depths, where shadows danced with the hum of alien machinery. Down there, surrounded by flickering lights and corpses of Black Spear scientists, Ayaan faced the monster once again. It recognized him, paused, studying him with that same burning intelligence. Its voice modulator crackled to life, repeating Ayaan's own words from the jungle, "Come for me." The sound chilled him to the bone. Then the creature attacked. The battle was brutal, plasma bursts tearing through steel, sparks flying like stars. Ayaan used every trap, every EMP, every ounce of rage left in him. Mira rerouted the power grid, sending electric surges through the reactor chamber. But the Predator adapted, shifting its armor in real time, absorbing the shocks. Ayaan knew brute force wouldn't win, only sacrifice. As the Predator raised its plasma cannon, Ayaan dived toward the reactor console, overloading the containment core. "You want a hunt?" he growled. "Then die with your prey." He slammed the override switch. The chamber erupted in light, an explosion so massive it lit the entire city skyline. When the smoke cleared, the reactor was sealed, melted into solid glass. The Alpha Predator was gone. Ayaan barely survived, dragged from the ruins by Mira. For a moment, it seemed over. The city was silent, the sky clear. But miles above the Earth, in the emptiness of space, a colossal ship hovered, larger than anything mankind had ever built, its hull marked with the Predator's blood-red insignia. Inside, rows of alien hunters stood in silence, watching Earth through spectral eyes. One of them activated a hologram showing Ayaan's face, alive but wounded, labeled in alien script, "Worthy prey." The hunt wasn't over. It had only evolved. The world had changed. 6 months after the Neo-Mumbai blast, cities across the planet were plunged into silence. Communication networks fell one by one. Satellites blinked out. Skies once filled with planes now shimmered with streaks of fire, Predator ships entering Earth's atmosphere like burning meteors. The invasion wasn't loud. It was precise. They didn't come for conquest, they came for the challenge, the ultimate hunt. Humanity, in their eyes, had finally evolved enough to be worth extinction. Deep beneath the ruins of the old Black Spear headquarters, Ayaan recovered, his body scarred and his veins infused with nanotech from the Predator explosion. Mira, now a resistance leader, had built a hidden alliance known as Project Dawn, uniting soldiers, scientists, hackers, and civilians from every nation. Their mission was desperate: fight back using stolen alien tech before the planet fell completely. But hope was fragile. Every battle cost hundreds of lives. Predator packs ruled the skies, cities burned under their plasma storms, and even machines turned against their makers. The world's last survivors hid underground, building weapons out of scrap, guided by Ayaan, the man who had once faced the beast and lived. One night, Mira brought him shocking intel. A captured Predator drone revealed the location of the Hive ship, the central command that controlled every hunter on Earth. It hovered over Antarctica, cloaked within a storm system that raged endlessly. Ayaan knew what had to be done. The only way to end the hunt was to bring the war to them. He gathered the last of humanity's fighters, a ragtag army armed with scavenged plasma rifles, drones, and neural jammers. They called it Operation Eclipse. Their goal: infiltrate the Hive ship, destroy its power core, and end the bloodline forever. The journey was suicide. Freezing winds tore through their dropships as they descended into the white void. When they broke through the clouds, the sight froze their souls. The alien fortress rising from ice like a mountain of metal and bone, its surface alive with thousands of moving lights. The predators were waiting. The battle that followed was unlike anything Earth had ever seen. Plasma bolts painted the night sky blue. Human and alien blood mixed in the snow. Mira's drones lit the sky like dying stars, crashing into ships midair. Ayaan fought his way through the corridors of the hive ship, a maze of black steel, humming with the pulse of alien life. His armor was cracked, his weapon nearly out, but his determination burned brighter than ever. He reached the core chamber, a cathedral of light surrounded by predator warriors. At its center stood the Alpha Warlord, the largest of them all, the same creature whose signal had summoned the fleet. Its armor pulsed red, its mask carved with the scars of 1,000 kills. The warlord removed its mask slowly, revealing eyes that burned with both hatred and respect. "You survived," it growled through its modulator. Ayaan raised his weapon, breathing hard. "Not survived," he said. "Evolved." They charged. The clash was brutal, plasma blades and human steel colliding in showers of sparks. The warlord overpowered him, throwing Ayaan against the reactor wall. Blood ran down his face as alarms screamed around them. Mira's voice echoed through his comms, "You have to trigger the fail-safe. Now." Ayaan looked at the core glowing with the same energy that powered every predator ship on Earth. He realized this wasn't just a machine, it was alive, connected to their entire network. Destroying it would end them all. But it would also end him. He smiled weakly. "Guess the hunt's over." With his last breath, Ayaan pulled the detonator from his chest harness, the same one he'd used years ago in the jungle, and slammed it into the reactor's heart. The explosion was blinding. A shock wave of white fire ripped through the ship, disintegrating steel, melting snow, and silencing every predator signal on Earth. The fleet collapsed, one by one, falling from the skies like dying comets. Across the planet, the lights of their weapons faded. Silence returned to the world, pure, endless silence. When the ashes settled, there was no trace of Ayaan. Only the scorched remains of alien armor fused with human metal, a monument to the man who became more than prey. Years later, under a peaceful sky, Mira stood at the edge of the rebuilt city. Children played where fire once reigned. She placed Ayaan's dog tags on a stone, whispering, "He ended the hunt." But as the sun dipped below the horizon, a faint shimmer appeared above the mountains, almost invisible, almost human, watching from afar. A low, metallic click echoed through the wind, and then, silence. The legend of the predator was over. But the fear it left behind would never die.